Hello, my name is Mrs. Goodbold, and I'm here to tell you why GCSE history is such a great GCSE to do. So why choose history? The study of history is a good way to link what has happened in the past, what is happening today, and what might happen in the future. And if you find this interesting, this is a really good reason why you might pick history at GCSE. So why should you study GCSE history? Well, firstly, it will give you an understanding of the world we live in. All people and peoples are living histories. Secondly, it will allow you to develop many skills that will be useful for your future career. And finally, you will study a wide range of really interesting topics over a period of around 1,000 years. And here everyone will be able to find something that they are interested in. So what is the structure of the course? Well, the course comprises of two different papers. Paper 1 is the international paper, and that looks at the conflict in Asia 1950 to 1975, which are the wars in Korea and Vietnam. You will also look at America during the years 1920 to 1975. Paper 2 is the British paper, and here you'll study 1,000 years of medicine from the year 1000 to the present day, and Elizabethan England from around about the year 1568 to 1603. Both papers are worth 50%, and both assessments will take place at the end of year 11. So, firstly, in year 10, you will be studying America, Opportunity and Equality. And this is a fantastic and interesting unit, which looks at many of the problems that America are facing today, such as the Black Lives Matter protest. And so this will help you understand why certain things are happening as they are today. Your study will start from the heady days of the 1920s, looking at the rise of the flappers and the women's movement in gaining the vote. You'll also look at the rise of consumerism, prohibition, other issues such as organised crime and Al Capone. Then you'll continue looking at America through the war years and into the development of rock and roll in the 1950s. You'll finish your study looking at the work of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and ending with a study on the women's rights movement in the 1970s. Towards the end of year 10, you'll be starting to study Britain, Health and the People. This is a really fantastic thematic unit, which means you'll be looking at the development of medicine from around the year 1000, where people believed God sent disease as a punishment and that illnesses was caused by the imbalance of the four humours within the body, to the modern day with the technological advances such as the CT scans and organ transplants, as well as the development of the NHS. This unit will make lots of links to the modern day with issues such as pandemics like the plague, Spanish flu, along with the development of vaccines such as that for smallpox, and of course the more recent coronavirus. From the beginning of year 11, you'll be looking at the war in Asia, which includes the conflict in Korea and Vietnam, and learning about the roots of the conflict between America and Korea and the problems they faced during that conflict and the issues of fighting a war in Vietnam during the 1960s and 70s. This is a really interesting unit as it explains where the conflict between America and Korea has come from, and this of course is still very much a key issue today. Finally, in year 11, you'll be making an exciting visit back to Tudor England under Queen Elizabeth I. Here you will find out how Queen Elizabeth, a female ruler in a man's world, was able to take England from the religious turmoil of the early Tudors to a golden age where exploration, theatre, new ideas in science were at the forefront of society. And you will find out how society has changed and started to evolve into the society we know today. So, what skills will you gain while studying history? Well, firstly, history is a really well respected and valued qualification, and that is because it will help you develop very many different skills, such as critical thinking, the ability to analyse, to evaluate and draw conclusions, to be independent in your study and be creative in your thinking. So where could history take me? Well, history could take you to a variety of different careers, from teaching, journalism to archaeology. Other things that link nicely with history are politics, law, and if you think that these are areas that you would like to move on to, then history is a really good GCSE for you. So if you have any further questions, you can ask your history teacher who'll be able to tell you much more about the history GCSE.